Hello, folks. We are back again. I am Tom Downey. That is Jimmy Crowther. All of the latest around NBA free agency. Yes, we're going to talk about Kawhi Leonard, of course. That's
Wait,
what
who?
everyone. Yeah, good one there. We'll talk about Kawhi here in a little bit, but first, there's a trade we want to get to.
Ooh.
A noteworthy trade here. This is involving the Phoenix Suns. We'll get back to that one later on. The Phoenix Suns and the Memphis Grizzlies. The Suns are getting Jevon Carter and Kyle Korver. Memphis gets Josh Jackson, a former number 4 pick like 2 years ago, DeAnthony Melton, and 2 seconds, one of which is a conditional second rounder.
Yeah, look, Josh Jackson, he has off-the-court issues. That's what's wrong with him. I hate the stuff.
He also didn't play well.
He also, he's really not a good player anymore. He hasn't learned how to really shoot. But the Grizzlies apparently liked DeAnthony Melton here, and they get draft picks. So the Suns get Jevon Carter, a backup to Ricky Rubio, and then Kyle Korver will most likely be bought out by the
I'll
Suns.
make note for the Suns here. Let's see a lot of wait, what are the Suns doing? If I can offer a little bit more insight here, a lot of this is monetary.
Yeah.
This allows them to sign Ricky Rubio, and then they like Kelly Oubre quite a bit.
Right.
By getting rid of Josh Jackson, it allows them to retain Kelly Oubre's cap hold and then go over the cap to sign him. So that's kind of the focal point here, is keeping Ricky, of course, adding Rubio and finding a way to keep Kelly Oubre. So this is more of a, is it Oubre or is it Josh Jackson? And based on last year's play, in regards to the pick side of things, it was Oubre.
Yeah, I'd agree. So now you see what the Suns can have next year. It's going to be a fun lineup. You get Ricky Rubio, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, DeAndre Ayton, Dario Saric. So this trade doesn't really affect their starting five in any way. But what it does do is it gives Rubio a defensive-minded point guard off the bench in Jevon Carter that can help them out in new ways. And then, of course, they did draft Cameron Johnson. We'll see if he gets some run. But also Ty Jerome's back there. So maybe Carter's more assurance for their backup point guard position.
The Memphis Grizzlies, meanwhile, they get DeAnthony Melton. They did need another backup point guard. They have one now. We'll deal with Kyle Korver later on. And they are taking the flyer here of maybe Josh Jackson can be the guy. He can step up, just maybe.
Maybe. I'm not going to buy it until I can see him, not be an idiot off the court and maybe learn how to shoot a jump shot. Maybe then he can be a reliable defensive guy that can occasionally make a shot. But, you see what he's done since he's been selected 4th overall. It ain't pretty.
It has not been good for Josh Jackson. I know that he has the name brand of being that 4th overall pick, but the on-court play, frankly, has not been good.
No.
It's been downright bad, actually.
Yeah, I mean...
And he's got all kinds of off-the-court issues, too, because he allegedly got his kid high.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of problems.
Not
but
good.
Also, he chopped his fro off. I liked his hair better with his fro, and now he's just got the small cut going there. But, yeah, again, he's not a great player. He's just a very average guy at this point. Now, if he wasn't 4th overall, maybe if he was like an early 2nd-round pick or something, you'd be like, okay, he's turned into a pretty nice player.
Yeah, but
he was 4th overall in a good draft.
Kind of expensive, frankly.
Yeah,
I mean,
so he's not worth it.
The Suns saved $5.5 million with this move, even bringing in Kyle Korver there. Again, here are the trade details. We'll talk more about Korver here in a little bit because he ain't going to stay on Phoenix.
Right.
But who won the trade? The Grizzlies or the Suns? Who you got?
I think it's the Grizzlies. I mean, look, I don't like the Josh Jackson acquired there, but they like DeAnthony Melton, and they get 2 picks. They get 2 second-rounders, so it's something. The Suns are really going to only keep one of their 2 players, and Jevon Carter was just a 2nd-round pick, so we'll see. Maybe he can pan out into something, but all he really brings you is defense.
All right, Kyle Korver, meanwhile, he will be bought out by the Phoenix Sun. Only $3.4 million of his $7.5 million deal is guaranteed.
Yeah, so he's going to be bought out, and then he'll look to join a contender. Because, look, Kyle Korver, one thing he can do and will always be able to do is shoot a jump shot. This guy could stick around the league till he's 40 years old. He's still going to be able to make a jump shot from beyond the three-point arc. That's just what he does. So the Suns obviously not going to keep him. We'll see where he ends up next season.
So there are 3 teams that have been linked to Kyle Korver already. The Philadelphia 76ers, the Milwaukee Bucks, and let's not kid ourselves here. We know where he's going.
Yeah, we know.
He's going to end up in LA.
He is going to end up in LA. I think regardless of what happens with Kawhi Leonard, he will end up with the Los Angeles Lakers. Of course, last season spent it with the Utah Jazz. Shot it again. There it is, 39.7% from 3.
He can still get buckets.
Yeah, I mean, you can put him in for 5 minutes. It doesn't matter if he's warm or not. He's ready to go from beyond the three-point arc, and that's what the Lakers need. I actually like the fit with the 76ers a little bit more because they desperately need three-point shooting, and that's what he does. They could also use some more veterans on that team, and Kyle Korver is definitely a veteran. He basically could just go in there and replace J.J. Redick at a really, a Walmart version of him.
Walmart version of J.J. Redick. Would be kind of full circle for Kyle Korver, too. Remember, he played for Philadelphia from 03 to 07.
Kind of forgot about that.
Yeah. All right, folks. So, again, Kyle Korver is going to be bought out. He will join a contender once he clears waivers. So, for now with the Suns, but that is very much TBD here.
Yep. Very much subject to change.
Let's talk about the guy you all want to talk about. That is Kawhi Leonard. It was a weird afternoon where Toronto TV media is following around Kawhi Leonard as he allegedly lands on a plane, and then he goes to a hotel to meet with the Raptors front office there. Now, there were reports yesterday that the meeting occurred yesterday.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
And now he's in Toronto. So everybody's following him. It's hashtag Kawhi Cam, hashtag Kawhi Watch 2019. And Kawhi Leonard, he probably doesn't love all the attention that he's getting, but he knows he's going to get it anyway. You just have to expect it. So we'll see what actually ends up happening. A lot of weird stuff has been going down in Toronto. I'm sure once the news breaks, it's going to be a madhouse wherever he goes and wherever he doesn't go, frankly.
All right, so here are the three teams in the mix for Kawhi Leonard. I will make note here. Chris Carter, who has ties to Kawhi's team, has promised update 6 p.m. Eastern. Here is the update as I quote. A lot of premature reports out there. Kawhi has not made his decision yet. All three teams are still in it. I wouldn't hold my breath on getting an answer anytime soon. Kawhi is still undecided. So the update is there's no freaking update. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris Carter. You are the man. I always go to you from all my NBA information. No, come on. We need a real update. That is not it. Whenever the real update does come, we're going to be breaking it here live on Chat Sports. We will be the first, really anybody, to have it live and have analysis on the whole Kawhi Leonard update. So right now it's Kawhi Watch. Hopefully he doesn't ruin all of our 4th of Julys.
Yeah, so thanks for that one on that front there. Chris Carter didn't provide any new information there. Now, it was weird to me that the Toronto media was doing the helicopter following the car. It was OJ style. So, did OJ do it? Did he do it?
All I know is OJ did block Sports Talk Barry on Twitter today, so that is...
Wait a second, the new version of Sports Talk Barry?
Yes, Sports Talk Barry is back, and he was blocked by OJ, so that's probably the worst thing OJ's ever done in his life.
So did OJ do it? I see a lot of yeses in there. Got quite a few no's or lols as well.
They're flowing through right now. This probably isn't the best topic to have recorded and published out on the internet, but...
Did OJ do it?
We're going to keep going here on Chat Sports because we are...
I see the yeses are winning.
We are untamed and uncut here on Chat Sports.
OJ did it.
All right, well.
OJ did it. All right, back to Kawhi here. Again, no one really knows when Kawhi is going to sign. I will make note, Jalen Rose says he's 99% sure that Kawhi's going to re-up with Toronto on a 2-year deal.
Yeah, my favorite joke right now is that Jalen Rose should be about 81% sure.
Because Kobe.
Because Kobe. Jalen Rose doesn't know crap. Now, I will say this about Rose. He did predict him, well, not predict, he actually reported that he had played his last game in a San Antonio Spurs uniform. And, he ended up not playing ever in a San Antonio Spurs uniform again after Jalen Rose said that. So, I guess he has a little bit of credibility, but not enough for me to make this a report.
Also,
there are like 3 people to trust.
Stephen A. Smith says the Lakers are going to get him. Nobody knows anything here. That's why there's really no major update here on the Kawhi side of things.
We'll get it before they do, right?
Yeah, I mean, you'll get the call.
I got my inside sources. Apparently I broke some J.J. Barea news earlier in the week.
That's right, you did. All right, so which team will sign Kawhi? Type R for the Raptors, C for the Clippers, and L for the Lakers.
I know I'm not typing C.
IDK if you don't know, because I don't know anymore.
I genuinely do not think the Clippers have a real chance anymore. I think they're below a 10% chance at this point. And right now it looks like it's a lot of L's and a lot of R's. Oh, I see there's 2 C's that flew in, 3. So we got a few Clippers fans
4,
here.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Ooh, holding out hope. But, yeah, I would type L for Lakers at this point. I'm giving them the slight edge over the Raptors right now. But it's close. I really have no idea.
The only thing I know for sure about Kawhi's decision is that nobody knows for sure.
That's a great point.
Plain and simple. Now let's go to Kawhi's teammate here, Danny Green. The reported offer from the Mavs here is 3 years, $36 million.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
It makes sense if you're Dallas because you have so much money to spend right now. They're sitting at about $22 million after signing Boban Marjanovic earlier today. And if they stretch and waive Courtney Lee, then they'll have like $26 million. So they still have a ton of money to spend. If they go out and give $13 million per year to Danny Green, it makes a lot of sense. He rounds out that starting five really well. Of course, he is an elite three-point shooter, one of the top 3 in the league, and also an incredible defender. Now, the playoffs, he kind of had a rough showing. But for the entire season, I mean, 45.5% from 3. If he's open, he's not missing.
All right, so again here, folks, the Mavs' current lineup looks like this. Danny Green would definitely start, and then that other starting spot, of course, it'd be Green, Luka, I assume Dwight Powell, Kristaps there. Maybe it's Brunson, maybe it's Hardaway, maybe it's Curry, maybe it's whoever they feel like putting out there because Luka is going to be pretty ball dominant here, even if he's not necessarily a prototypical point guard.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all want to see Boban Marjanovic starting in there at the center position next to Kristaps, but that's probably not happening. One lineup that I think I could see the Mavericks roll out a lot next season, assuming they do sign Danny Green, which is completely up in the air at this point, is I could see them rolling out Seth Curry at the point, Danny Green at the 2, and then just let Luka handle the ball, and you got 2 knockdown shooters right next to him in the starting
Good idea.
5.
All right, folks, so which team, or I guess what team, will sign Danny Green? It kind of seems like it's the Mavericks, it's the Raptors, maybe it's the Lakers.
Yeah, I feel like the Lakers are kind of a distant third right now. Yeah. It all hinges on Kawhi Leonard. He said that there are reports that he might not wait on Kawhi, but the longer we wait for either of them to make a decision, the more it seems like he will wait. I'm going to predict it's Dallas right now, though. We'll see what happens with Danny Green. Definitely an interesting name to follow.
What is his podcast host saying as of late? I know you're tight with him.
The only thing he said is that he's still undecided. But Danny Green was at a camp today, hosting a camp today, and he said hopefully he can give an update tonight. So, hey, while we're live on air, there might be some breaking news about Danny Green.
Let's go back to DeMarcus Cousins here. He switched agents, a pretty clear sign, I think, that it's not going well.
Nope, it sure is not going well. So he switched over to Jeff Schwartz, who is known to find some pretty good deals. Heck, he got DeAndre Jordan 4 years, $40 million, which frankly I didn't think he deserved. So, hey, maybe he can get DeMarcus Cousins a pretty nice deal before it kind of trickles out, because at this point it's like, hey, he's got to prove himself in the league. He is not the same Sacramento Kings dominant center that he once was. We'll see what happens with Boogie. I think Jeff Schwartz is going to get him a pretty good deal, maybe just a mid-level. At this point, that would be a good deal for him.
All right, folks, so here's some possible Boogie destinations. The Spurs, which has gained a little bit of traction. I take full credit for it. By the way, it was my idea first.
It is his idea.
He's hooked up with DeMar DeRozan in terms of chatting with him, so maybe that makes sense there. The Lakers, if they miss on Kawhi, they need bodies. They have money.
I actually think that's where he ends up if Kawhi does not go to LA.
And the Hawks, meanwhile, have money to spend. They need a center. They have a roster spot. I think that makes a lot of sense, too.
I think it does, too. The only problem that I think I'd have with the Hawks is that they have so many young pieces that I'm not sure they'd be willing to bring someone in that could possibly be toxic to their locker room. I like the first two options, though. I'm coming around on the Spurs for you, Tom.
All right, folks, make sure you are subscribed. Get us to 125K. We are already at 123K. Updated number right now, 123648. I am still heartbroken that I missed the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screenshot.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
I did get the earlier 666 like, though, on the post. Which was cool.
That's not good. I'll say that.
Fine.
But yeah, keep getting that subscriber account up. We're trying to get to 125K. We're literally live like twice a day. We're filming a million different videos for you guys here on Chat Sports. If you're not subscribed, you're missing out. YouTube.com/chatsports.
And reminder, we will be live once we figure out what Kawhi is going to do. Eventually, it'll come in. We just don't know when. All right, how about Andre Iguodala being bought out here by the Grizzlies? Stephen A. Smith says, and Stephen A. Smith, so take it with a giant mound of salt, with the salt deposits used to clean up the roads, or pre-ice the roads. He says that Iggy's going to get bought out and he'll join the Lakers, which I actually do think makes sense. And in addition to that, remember who Iggy's old agent is? Rob Pelinka.
Ooh.
So the connection at least makes sense there.
But is there a reason that he's an old agent, not a current agent? Did things go south between them? That could be an interesting little wrinkle. But I think I honestly could have predicted Iggy to the Lakers. I think it will happen. It's just a matter of when, not if, at this point. And it's a good fit. They need depth. Fit. They need veterans. Kind of. So that's kind of what Iggy does, is he just steps in and does kind of whatever you need him to do. All
right, so Iggy coming off his numbers have declined, frankly, but he still brings you bench play, leadership, some defense, the occasional shooting.
Yeah, I mean, and that's literally all you need him to do. If he's open, he's going to make a three for sure. But I love Iguodala. I would love to see him go out and win another championship. But, you know, if he goes to a little worse team than what the Lakers could become, he could have a bigger role, frankly. And I think he could even get paid a little bit more than just a minimum contract. I think mid-level is kind of in the books.
That makes sense, I think.
Yeah.
And I think there will definitely be interest from contenders who want to bring in a veteran, and Iguodala makes a ton of sense on that front. Now here's the Lakers' current lineup. Again, I would assume Iggy slots in on the bench, but they have some big men. They have a couple of shooters in Troy Daniels and Jared Dudley, but they just need bodies right now. There aren't any bodies because they remain convinced they're going to land Kawhi Leonard.
I think if you're a Lakers fan, the most encouraging sign that you still have a chance at Kawhi Leonard is that you haven't signed anybody else notable at all. Like, look, Jared Dudley, whatever. Troy Daniels, a shooter.
Vet men.
So the fact that you're holding all that cap space means they're probably definitely still in the running for Kawhi at this point. And at this point, who knows who else is in the running? It's kind of up in the air with Kawhi Leonard.
Let's move now to Bradley Beal. Many of you have asked about, could he be traded? And it does make sense. The problem is the Wizards, don't seem inclined to trade him. Now, the Miami Heat have been linked as a possible destination. The issue is, as we keep mentioning, the Heat cannot put together a big or even a quality trade package, frankly.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing there. I think Bradley Beal needs to be on a new team. I love Beal. I love what he can bring. But the Wizards are just in a full rebuild mode at this point, man. It's time to let him go. Maybe you package him with John Wall's horrible contract, see who else can take it on. And apparently, there's an idea floating around right now.
This was the Miami Herald's proposed trade in which the Miami Heat get Bradley Beal. They take on John Wall's contract because he's not healthy. He's going to miss time there. The Wizards, meanwhile, get Justice Winslow, Dion Waiters, James Johnson, Kelly Olynyk, and a draft pick, which literally would be a second rounder or a first in like 2025. The Wizards are not taking that unless they are complete idiots.
Yeah,
that's a horrible trade.
It's a horrible deal. Again, this is not our trade. We didn't come up with this.
Right there, Miami
Don't
Herald.
get mad at us.
Go blame the Herald. Who, by the way, fun fact, Miami Herald uses burner accounts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I caught them doing it because like they had like 5 of them.
Uh-huh.
A group of them like tweeting at the reporters saying, just subscribe to the Herald. Don't always agree with you, but thanks for your coverage. I'm like, these are all the same wording.
I wish
and they're all bot. Like they have like the random numbers at the end of their username and like eggheads. Like it's very clearly fake.
I wish our subscribers would tell others to subscribe to us. But anyway, not the point. The point is this trade's terrible and it ain't happening anytime soon.
Yeah, so don't get your hopes up there. Sorry, Heat fans. Now, their current lineup right now, it's a good one, and I get it. You'd love to add Bradley Beal if you could. Get rid of Dion Waiters, put Bradley Beal in there, figure out the money in the end. It's fun, but this is like the Knicks and Anthony Davis, where, yeah, he'd be a great fit in New York, and he might want to go there, but the best package that he could put together, Bam Adebayo, Justice Winslow, Tyler Hero, and a second.
Yeah.
If they even offer that, which they might not because that decimates really their entire team.
You don't have anything at that point.
Yeah.
Look, I say you just run with what you have right now if you're Miami. Goran Dragic is still a quality point guard when he's healthy. Jimmy Butler is a top two-way player in the league. Bam Adebayo is a good up-and-coming center. I like Winslow. Waiters, if he's healthy, can be something. And, hey, Tyler Hero's kind of proven me wrong and playing really well in the first couple days here of the Summer League. So we'll see what Miami can do. They're not getting Bradley Beal, though, I can tell you that much.
All right, folks, it is almost the 4th of July. So what's your favorite holiday? We'll give some shout-outs here on air, but, Jimmy, what do you have for us? What's your go-to?
Man, I have to think about it. I guess without turning this into chat religion, I'll just say Thanksgiving because I love sitting down.
Christmas, dude.
I know, but that wouldn't have been my answer.
Christmas is coming in. Golden Play, Undisputed ERA, Buddy ERA. Everyone likes Christmas.
I love Christmas, but I like Thanksgiving dinner a lot.
Thanksgiving actually is my favorite as well, fun enough.
Oh, wow. See, I love sitting down and getting a good hearty meal on Thanksgiving.
I eat so much food on Thanksgiving. What's your go-to Thanksgiving meal?
Ooh.
This is a future one. We'll get back to you later.
You get a honey-baked ham.
Okay.
Honey-baked ham is the number one. That's the meat. And then
ham is a Christmas
My
deal,
aunt makes this cream corn. That is the best cream corn you've ever had in your life. Mashed potatoes with gravy, and then a little bit, actually not a little bit, a lot of stuffing. Oh,
so see what you do here is it's not the initial meal that's the best. By the way, I see a lot of Christmases, Halloween. Someone said Monday. That's pretty funny there. You take like biscuits, put them in a big bowl, get the potatoes in there, get your turkey in there, your gravy, your stuffing.
You're mixing this all?
Yeah, and it becomes a giant.
This is your meal? Or is this like the leftovers?
The leftover, like 5 hours later meal.
Okay,
or I
that's
guess
better.
maybe 3 hours later meal for me. But like you put that all together, mashed potato bowl.
Oh,
it's delicious.
I actually don't hate that. But just give me a ham and stuffing sandwich like the next morning.
Also,
just
so we're clear, Mitchell Renz needs to shut the hell up because his Thanksgiving food takes are absolutely trash.
Wait, what are they?
It's like he doesn't eat mashed potatoes or any of the traditional Thanksgiving food.
You got to have a cheat day, and Thanksgiving is your best cheat day. Also, I love 4th of July because that's what's coming up. Also, it's my dad's birthday, fun fact.
Oh, there you go. Also, double reason I mentioned birthday. Thanksgiving week is my birthday. I'm born on November 25th. So
Halloween week's my birthday. How about that?
Look at that.
Look at all this.
All right, some signings you want to get to as well. Markieff, not Marcus. Markieff Morris going to the Pistons on a 2-year deal.
You know, at this point, Markieff Morris just really isn't a valuable player. Like, he started out really high. It's kind of funny. When they came into the league, it seemed like Markieff was the better player and Marcus Morris was the worst player.
Again?
I believe Markieff Morris did go first. And then as it has gone on...
They went back-to-back. I know that.
Yeah. As it has gone on, Markieff has slowly slipped, and Marcus Morris has slowly started to rise, and now Marcus Morris is, like, way more valuable than Markieff. He can still provide shooting. He's kind of a stretch 4, but when he went to the Thunder, he expected to have a pretty big role, and he didn't at all.
Yeah, so for our call here, Markieff went to the Suns, Marcus went to the Rockets, 13-14.
You know who went 15?
Kawhi
Leonard.
It's all connected. Now that
Wow.
Markieff signs, that means Leonard's going to sign next. That's the order. Although I guess it doesn't make sense because Marcus went... no, it's going to be Markieff signs, then Marcus will sign.
With the Mavs.
Then Kawhi will sign. Got it. Full circle there. I put up, decent enough points per game there, I guess. 9.4, but he didn't make much of an impact for OKC.
No, and I've said this a lot, but I have watched a lot of Oklahoma City Thunder basketball, and every time he stepped onto the court, he seemed pretty useless. Like, there was one game that I watched where he made a pretty good impact, but he did not do a lot of good for the Thunder. So we'll see what he can do with the Pistons.
Here's the Pistons' current lineup. Oh, look, I made it. Tony Snell starting over Sekou Doumbouya.
That's ridiculous.
Markieff off the bench. Thon Maker off the bench because he still exists, I guess. Derrick Rose, Kennard. Is this a playoff team in the Eastern Conference?
Nah, that bottom of the East is getting stronger and stronger. Yeah. But also, fun fact, Marcus Morris did play for the Detroit Pistons, which I kind of forgot about that.
Morris?
Morai.
Both Morai. No, that doesn't make sense.
The Morai twins.
No, because there's still an S.
Yeah, but if something is
but the S is singular already.
No, it's the Morai twins.
No, it's the Morrises.
Morai.
The Morai twins, whatever. They've both now played for the Detroit Pistons, so fun fact on that one for you. All right, some more signings here that we want to get to as well, or I guess one more signing. TJ McConnell going to the Indiana Pacers, 2 years, $7 million.
This is my favorite kind of meme team type player. Like, if I saw him on the side of the street, never would have known he's an NBA basketball player.
He doesn't look like an NBA player.
I believe that deal is going to either be like, that's either part of the team exception or biannual exception for the Pacers, so it doesn't really affect their cap space. Hey,
they're pretty much out of it though either way. So
yeah, and it's a good low risk move. You know, they have Aaron Holiday on the bench, who they hope they'll be able to groom really well. Malcolm Brogdon likely their starting point guard now, and McConnell. I mean, look, when he's called upon, solid backup point guard.
Yeah, he's not a guy that you're going to lean on to carry you, but if he's forced into duty, he'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like McConnell. Again, this is more of an insurance move in case Aaron Holiday doesn't turn out, and in case, I guess, Malcolm Brogdon faces some injury issues. I guess we can go ahead and slip in TJ McConnell there as the backup PG.
Yeah, I mean, Holiday's there too, but McConnell comes in. He'll play a little bit there. Jeremy Lamb, TJ Leaf, Goga Bitadze, they'll all play a little bit more than, in theory, I think McConnell will end up doing.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And you know what this means, don't you, Tom?
Why don't you take
There are 3 Pacers, 3 players on the Indiana Pacers with the first name TJ. TJ Warren, now TJ Warren is T.J. Warren. TJ McConnell now, he's also T.J. McConnell. And then TJ Leaf, who doesn't have the periods in his legal name. It's just TJ Leaf. And another fun fact here, and you don't see him on these 3, there's only one other NBA player that has ever had the first name TJ. Do you know who it is? You have to know who it is.
Seems like fake news, though.
You have to know who it is. Nope, it's true. You have to know. 3,
I'm not even thinking about it.
2, 1. It's TJ Ford. You know who he played for? The Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers have had every NBA basketball player with the first name TJ ever. There's your fun fact.
I feel like there have to be
of the
more
day.
players named TJ.
I looked it up. There's only one other. He signed a waiver, or he signed a contract, but he never played a game with the Charlotte Hornets. He got waived. I'm doing some deep digging here for Chat Sports.
All right, well, we went over the Pistons and Pacers. Those are both tied to cars. So what's your dream car? Let us know in the comment section. See how I did that, guys? Aren't I funny? What's your dream car there?
That's tough because I'm not really like a car guy.
I'm not really either.
Oh, dang. Great question then here, Tom.
I'm a motorcycle guy more.
I would go a Maserati.
Okay.
That's the coolest name of all the cars.
So a lot of people putting in trucks. A Tulsa.
Ford F-150.
Someone said a Tulsa. I'm pretty sure they mean Tesla.
Tulsa.
Lots of BMWs. Corvette, Lambo, always a good choice there. Lambo's a safe one there.
What do you
Mustang.
What do you drive, Tom?
I don't remember. Honda Civic or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Like just the cheap safe car type
That's
deal.
fair.
Ooh, someone says Kit from Knight Rider. Good choice there as well. All right, folks, let us know, though, in the comments section what your dream car is.